right, guys, welcome back. We are here for our third and final one of Ravening Hordes. So going through the brand new FAQ. Hopefully everybody got to read it a little bit, but we'll be going through with it today. So let's rank up. All right, so Ravening Hordes, in my same changes for the most part that they did in Forces of Fantasy. Nothing huge, some point changes. I would say definitely in the realm of if you're Orcs and Goblins, you got some bonuses and you got punished just a little bit. So,
hey, the Trolls leadership went up. That's great.
Yes. So
if you're a fan of Trolls.
And we'll just start at the top of the list. Your Orc mobs now have Furious Charge in there. So your Orc mobs are better, guys. And along with Choppa, you get that armor piercing value. You get 2 attacks apiece. I mean, Orcs, the underappreciated, one of the best bad guy armies in the whole game. That you don't see a lot of them, but they're really good when you play them. So, yeah. Goblin boss, his initiative went down. I'm assuming that's because they were too good.
Yeah, they can't let them strike first.
Yeah, too good and cheap. So they're like, let's make that initiative match in there. And like Cody said earlier here, Trolls leadership went up and points dropped on everybody.
Yeah. I'm glad this happened. I don't know if it's gonna make a big difference or change a lot of people's minds. I mean, for Orc and Goblin players, you rather play Trolls because you like them, or you don't play Trolls because they're not very good. I still don't think that they're good enough, but I don't know.
I think a leadership 6 and a leadership 7 is more doable than a leadership 5 all of a sudden, because unless you're playing Troll Horde, which is one of my more favorite army lists that I like to play, just because it's a lot of big scary monsters on the field. I don't need tons of models to play it. I can put some trolls and maybe just a few orcs to give a little variety, but there's times where you need a leader and it sucks when that leader's too far away for it.
Right. And there's so many options for Orcs and Goblins, and a lot of people will run their general on a Wyvern, and he's running around the board. He can't babysit Trolls, so this helps a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily take them unless I just for fun, flavor.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, it's again, we've mentioned this several times. The point now is they're pushing to fit battle march scenarios. So we see point reductions there and everything, and you're going to see a leadership increase because you're going to have less characters on the field that can help those guys that need to pass stupidity tests, right? Yep. So continuing on, Giants are tougher.
I like it.
Yeah.
Make them toughness 7. I don't know that it matters because most people are hurting giants or hitting the wounding giants on 6s. So 6 is a 6. It's but there are going to be some people who won't be able to wound them now, and so that's a really good thing.
Well, I mean, anything with a strength 6 now is not wounding them on a 4 anymore. They're wounding them on a 5 all of a sudden. Yep. So, even characters with strength 6, you're not a little harder to kill it, which is how it should be. I mean, if you're bringing a giant, he should be a little tougher on that field. It should be a little harder to kill.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tankier. Like you said, most characters and cavalry have strength 6 options, and so now they're wounded on 5s, and that just makes it a little bit harder. He's going to stick around a little bit longer. Still susceptible to cannonballs and whatnot, but let's see now. Small cannons are strength 8, right?
Yeah.
So
yes.
now they wound giants on 3s.
Yeah,
so,
instead of 2s. So
yeah, a little bit more protection. Like it.
So
the troll hide trousers. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, hey,
no,
we've seen it. They got more intelligent, so they're more aware they're being skinned for these trousers all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a very, very, for anybody who doesn't know, troll hide trousers adds +1 to your armor save, and being a very common item.
Yeah, it was just too good.
It was cheap. I think it was
30
points, somewhere around there.
Right,
I mean, it was cheap. You were foolish not to put this on your character.
Yeah, and every Orc and Goblin player that I played against had troll hide trousers and still had plenty of points for some nasty weapon or whatever. And so great.
Now limited to 1 all of a sudden. They seem to be doing more of that, though. We've across the board, especially in this update, they've been removing those
and I think that we can tie that to Battle March too, because of these cheap common items for armies. It makes some armies a little bit stronger in Battle March than others that don't have access to this. So by limiting it to 1, you don't have 2 or 3 characters running around with troll hide trousers now. So yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to our actual real rule change. So enemy units cannot, so death of a fanatic, change the rules as follows. Enemy units cannot charge a fanatic or otherwise attempt to engage a fanatic in combat. However, a fanatic can be targeted by enemy shooting as if it were a lone character. If a fanatic finds itself lying fully or partially underneath a template, it risks being hit as normal. Should a fanatic move into another fanatic, they become entangled in one another's chains and both are removed as casualties. If any natural double is rolled for a fanatic's movement, or if it moves into contact with any difficult, dangerous, or impassable terrain, or any type of linear obstacle, it comes into a terminal stop and is removed as a casualty. Finally, if a concealing unit is destroyed or flees the battle before its fanatics have been released, they are also removed as casualties. Oh, the broken rule of fanatics are finally able to be shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that this is going to change too much, at least from my experience and what I've seen in battle reports and so forth. Fanatics do the bulk of their damage when they're released. And then after that, half the time they do just as much damage to the Orc and Goblin army. So, or they just wind up dying without doing any more damage. So I think that what the advantage of this is, it's going to make an opponent to Orc and Goblins with Fanatics think that they need to target them instead of targeting other Orc and Goblin and draw fire.
Yeah.
And so, and sometimes you just have to, because you got those Fanatics close to your knights and you don't want to, and you want to just get rid of them. But I think it actually boosts Fanatics, in my opinion.
I think it makes them more play a skirmishing role than they used to.
Yeah. And just a target, forcing your opponent to make the choice now. Do I want to spend that magic missile at, or send it at that fanatic? Do I want to shoot a cannon at a fanatic now? Or do I want to, so.
And I think this is partially I think this is a twofold fix, right? I think partially this was a fix for Battle March, because again, smaller battles. And when you got 3 fanatics in a unit, that's a lot of damage.
If somebody plays a Battle March list with 3 fanatics, I don't know if I may just walk away from the table. That's crazy. That would destroy half your army.
and then the other thing is too, because I will, and I might be chewed outs in the comments for saying this later, but I do feel that when there's a serious overpowered or problematic rule, they do a good job of addressing that and going like, yeah, this feels more like a a butthurt situation. Let's fix that problem.
Yeah.
And I think Fanatics, especially if you have like 6 or 9 of them running around on the battlefield,
right? Well, and
do anything.
How many times have they changed the rules of the Fanatics since the game came out?
Just once, and it was specifying like when they got released.
Yeah, but this is the second time. I mean,
this is the second time. Yeah, once
so
before this one.
That kind of supports this idea that maybe they didn't really get the Fanatic rules right, but at least they're trying to change it and get it. Yeah.
So, all right, continuing on. So again, Chaos Dragon. This has gone to a bigger base size.
Okay.
So it's 100 by 150 millimeter. And it gets impetuous.
Oh, now that's a little okay. That's good. That's good.
Not like it's gonna matter with its leadership.
Yeah, and it's probably going to want to charge anyways. So
yeah. Oh, look at that. Demon Prince has got some love. How about you read that one there, Cody?
Yeah. Change the wound characteristics to 5 and the troop type to monstrous creature. Then add stomp attacks D3 +1 to the list of special rules. Yeah, wow.
Oh, it's even moved its troop type. It's a monster now.
Yeah, I kind of thought Demon Princes were right where they need to be anyways, but now it seems like they're going to be much better, and I think we're going to see more of them. Almost an auto include in a lot of chaos lists. That 5 wounds instead of 4 means you can't one-shot it with a cannon. And that's big. And then just the extra attacks, it really makes this monster very playable. Yeah.
Well, now he is. Did he have skirmish before, or the ability to do 360 degree?
Yeah, before, but now he doesn't.
He can't anymore with Monstrous Creature.
Yeah.
He's stuck now.
I still think he's going to be taken because of those reasons, but we'll see. Maybe kind of.
Chimeras change the wound characteristics to 5, so no more one-shotting those guys either. Points to 170. I'm pretty sure that's a point reduction to what they were.
Yeah.
And then replace Stomp Attacks 1 with Stomp Attacks D3.
Yeah, Chimeras really needed some love here because I just don't think a lot of people, versus, say, a Chaos Dragon, just wasn't a viable option. I've seen it played once or twice, and they were underwhelming for sure. So, if they want to keep this model in the game, I like this. It didn't give it a whole lot, but a little bit to help it out. Yep.
Well, it's already a monstrous creature, but it was a very, I hate to say, it's the Royal Pegasus of the monstrous creatures.
Yeah, it's a good, overly priced Royal Pegasus.
Yes, overly priced Royal Pegasus. I will agree with that.
Points, however many points is a Royal Pegasus?
70. So,
70,
points more.
Way underpriced for what it did back when it had 360 LOS.
Yeah. So, all right. A couple other little rules for the Chaos. Not that they really needed them, but
add barding to the equipment and countercharge to the list of special rules. Demonic mount. Oh, nice. Okay. I think we'll see maybe more demonic mounts. I don't know.
I think we'll see more I think we'll see more mounts in general, because if it is one thing I've noticed, at least in our meta, and even at like Adepticon, those who fielded Chaos did not put them on mounts. Not really. And that's probably because their mounts were underwhelming, for lack of a better term, or didn't have, in this case, countercharge. What's the point of putting him on a mount if he doesn't have that? And then sticking him with a group of knights that have countercharge, but now can't use it because your mount doesn't have it all of a sudden.
So I think I think we'll see lone Chaos lords and champions and so forth on demonic mounts running around or within a unit. So I like it. Oh, that's gross. Add Chaos Armor 6+ and Furious Charge to the list of special rules for Chaos Warriors. Now they have a 6+ ward save. Oh no. And Furious Charge.
Is it a 6+? Is that a 6+ ward save?
I mean, Chaos Armor.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The Chaos Armor special. I guess I don't know. I'm assuming that. I mean, it's not. They're not reducing their heavy armor to 6, so it must be a 6+ ward.
Well, they could. I don't know. Is Chaos Armor a ward save? Is that what that is? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I mean that's what characters have, right? They have the Chaos Armor, so we don't play enough bad guy armies here.
Well, I don't play Chaos. I don't play Chaos in general. Though the new Marauders make my head turn.
Oh yeah.
But as he's looking that up, so I mean they have, if they'd have a ward.
Yeah,
save.
It's so characters have Chaos Armor 5+, and that's the 5+ ward.
Okay, so now it's a 6+ ward for their regular warriors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Furious Charge.
That's huge. Furious Charge is also huge. I think that Chaos Warriors were some of the best infantry in the game, anyways.
And they can take an additional hand weapon, right? So you potentially got 3 attacks from those guys on a charge coming.
Yeah, you can have 3, or if they're frenzied, 4.
Yeah. You give them the cord thing.
Yeah,
that also gives them another one.
Mark of Corn. Yeah, so they could have 4 attacks. But it's hard for them to get a charge off. But it's gross. Let's see. Chaos Ogres points to 31. I like it.
Chosen Warriors have gotten Furious Charge. We skipped that there, but
not
that they needed it.
Yeah, and then Chaos Ogres changed the points to 31. Yeah, I haven't seen any Chaos Ogres in anybody's list, so it'd be nice to see. Same thing with Chaos Trolls. Leadership to 6, nice. Points to 39.
And then they also changed the option to take one of the following, that any model in the unit may take one of the following. So, that's a little different for them, for Chaos Trolls. It's not quite Motley Crew, but it is to some degree. So I'm curious if we'll see more Chaos Trolls on the field.
I haven't seen any of those either. So it'll be
beware. Don't be shocked if you see a new model. Typically, GW has a history when they change things like that. Yeah. To that degree, there may be new models coming out somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
Vestigore Herds. Much needed
charge.
Furious Charge.
Gore Herds.
And Gore Herds get it.
Yeah.
So, again, a unit that can have 3 attacks, and if you give them frenzy, they have the ability or an option to get it. They can get 4 coming at you.
Yeah.
So, but in fairness, Beastmen need a little love, just so they're basic units.
No, they
not
didn't.
Their Minotaurs.
They have Vermintide. They're fine.
Yeah.
They are fine all day long. Chaos Knights also got the Chaos Armor 6+, so I guess 6+ ward for the entire army. I guess this is the arms race that Chaos is having with Cathay. And then Countercharge. I think, didn't they already give
They had that in the last FAQ, so this is right. Blue is just an addition to what they used to be. So they got the new things. They got the Chaos Armor, right?
Yeah, so, nice.
Chosen Chaos Knights, they changed their size now to 3. Again, that's that battle march, right? You're trying to make cavalry options more of a thing.
Yeah. Well, and Chosen Chaos Knights too, which now at 3, it's nice size for battle march, but also for regular games too, because 3 is enough where you can't ignore it, but it's not enough points where you can't,
justify too much into it. So.
Yeah. Dragon Points changed the points to 59 and the point size from 2 to 9. I like it. No longer single Dragon Ogre darts running around.
Oh, yes. A much needed fix, in my opinion. Points reductions are fine, but that they needed that restriction on unit side. They minimum of 2.
It was just too powerful to have 3 or 4 of those running around disrupting people's. Yeah. I'm kind of glad they changed that.
So, moving on, Jabberth Scythes changed the weapon skill to 5, and then they dropped 2 points. Okay.
Cockatrice changed points to 155. Okay.
Cygor is now a toughness 6. Oh, that's a much needed upgrade. They were toughness 5 before, which was a little weak for a big semi-giant running around. And then points to 205, so that got that point there as well. Chaos Giants are toughness 7 again.
Yeah.
We're seeing that toughness on Giants going up. And then the Gorgon, a toughness 7 character, because it was a 6. So now it's a 7.
Icon of Rakif. I don't know this item. So unless it has made a charge move, a unit carrying the icon may perform a single free reform after moving during the remaining move subphase. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's very nice. Yeah. Makes I guess this is a Beastman.
Yes, that icon. Is a Beastman. Yeah, that's a Beastman icon. Yeah.
Makes it very very maneuverable.
Well, and for an army that has no range whatsoever, practically. I mean, Hagtree Fetish change. I'm over here on 114. Whenever the bear with the Hagtree Fetish successfully casts a magic missile, they may re-roll any rolls to wound of a natural 1. Okay, so that is a distinct difference with it.
Okay.
I believe it was before it was to hit.
No, I think it was if it failed to wound, they got to re-roll.
So now
the combo was Hagtree Fetish and Vile Tide.
That's
because you have 5d6 strength 1, and you get to re-roll pretty much all the dice that aren't 6s to try to get more 6s.
So
all right. Well, I won't complain as much about Vile Tide, but I've seen I've been on the receiving end of 3, Beastman sorcerer list that had Vile Tide on every one of them, and pretty much spamming that. It's pretty gross. Yeah.
Speaking of Vile Tide, there you go.
Yeah, they've changed the value to 9, and the target enemy unit suffers 5d6 strength 1 hits, each with AP of -2. So I think it was 66 before. I don't know. That sounds right.
Yeah, it was 66 before. It still sucks. The casting value's gone up, so you're not going to see nearly as many level 1s and 2s. Casting Vile Tide, you'll need a 3 or 4 to do it, but it still sucks being on the receiving end of Vile Tide. Ushopti got ballistics to characteristic of 2. I don't know if that's a decrease for them.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Because
weren't they 3 before?
Bows was a big thing.
Weren't they a 3 before that?
But don't they always hit on 5s and 6s? So doesn't really matter. I don't know. Not sure why. I guess just to make sure that they're not hitting on 4s.
I guess. I mean, I don't feel like that's for an army, as Tomb Kings. I don't know why, but okay.
The Bone Grinder Giant, toughness 7, all giants now.
Toughness 7. Troll Hag is now a weapon skill characteristic of 3 instead of 2.
Good.
Which it needed because it is a close combat model. That's what's the design for it. And
there's a huge difference between 2 and 3 in the game.
Yes.
Just because a lot of the elite troops have weapon skill 5, and so the Troll Hag was hitting on 5s, and so that's good.
Much needed.
Skeleton Horseman changed the unit size to 4+. Oh, so you can have a lot of little skeleton horseman units running around. The sepulcher stalkers changed the points to 49. I assume that's a reduction, as we've seen.
Yep. Most things are, almost everything is doing point reductions here. So let's see what else we got. Continuing down. Okay, so a couple of little changes here. Warped Gores. They add Furious Charge to their specialists. Okay, no shock there. Primal War Herds add Furious Charge, the Gores only. And then Praeton gets a wound characteristic to 5 in there. Okay. So, alrighty.
Bard and Skeletal Steeds add counter charge to the list of special rules. Ooh. Interesting. But that's the War of Cetra's Fury errata.
Well, that's where Tomb King mounts now got their new mounts for their for their characters, right? Because they got the Barded Skeletal Steed and what else? They got another mount in there that they got. And needed mounts for them, but it didn't have counter charge, which kind of made it pointless, to be honest. So, Scroll of Summoning. Oh, looky here, they fixed that. The target unit regains D3 lost wounds, and until the start of your next turn subphase, improves its regeneration value by 1.
Okay.
Oh. All right, now we're on to the actual questions, and I don't know if they actually had too many compared to the others.
Wow, not many at all.
Yeah, here we go. One in the Raising of the Westerland.
If a single character unit takes 2 or more of the same chaotic traits, are its effects cumulative? No. Okay.
So
fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a needed clarification for sure. Sure. There's a lot of things that are cumulative in this game, right? So,
yep.
Scrolling on. So, a couple for the Kings of Khemri here. When raising dead, can they be raised within an inch of an enemy model unless the unit is engaged in combat? No. So,
all right. Can a Royal Herald take hits on behalf of a monarch that is engaged in a challenge? No. Okay.
No. You're engaged in combat, you gotta take the wounds. Sorry. In a challenge, you gotta take the wounds. Are the effects of Eternal Taskmaster cumulative? No, they are not. All right, so here's a
Can a Casket of Souls move at the end of the shooting phase of its turn using the reserve move special rule? Should it have it? No. Okay.
No, because it's an immovable object. It's stuck.
The Casket of Souls doesn't need any bonuses. It is good enough as it is.
Yeah. And that, and then just the Marauders. I don't believe there was anything updated there. The Marauder stuff, and that is it for them. Not too many of the FAQs, kind of straightforward on their stuff, but overall, for them, I mean, more just point reductions, right? And gaining Furious Charge like they've been doing across the board in there with everybody, even on the good guys, making the infantry elite hitters hit harder. So
I think also it's trying to mitigate the change with infantry where you don't want to charge if you're infantry.
Yes.
But if you have Furious Charge, then it doesn't matter because you're still getting this about the same number of attacks, as you would if you're being charged.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I think that's part of why. And then we also see the shift in the game moving to infantry, which is fine with me. And they're making infantry much stronger, both defensively and offensively. So yeah, great.
So, and like you said, I think it's more to the point of trying to get that infantry into combat, as we saw with the rules in the main core rule book, to give those infantry that extra perk when they charge in. Right, they still get their rank bonus when they charge in, and the 2 fighting ranks. But Now it's incentive to charge in with Furious Charge all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what GW is trying to do is reduce 2 infantry units looking at each other in some kind of standoff, weird, bizarre standoff. Now, all of a sudden, it makes a little bit more sense for these elite units to charge in, or units that are built to go into hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. In the meantime, here, make sure you check out our Facebook page and our Discord for updates on Rock Lobba. That's our next big event coming up in September. So we have more spots and more prizes. So, guys, we hope to see you there. In the meantime, be on the eye out for any further stuff. We will have some battle reports rolling out, Battle March battle reports coming out,
yes.
Smaller games, seeing how they affect, and then we'll play with a couple other rules. And the next time, our next video is going to be going over the Battle March Companion. Because GW goofed and uploaded a free PDF. So we will be going over that. In the meantime, we'll see you on the flip side.